Hi, welcome back to your new lesson. In this lesson, I am going to show you how you can read the data from a spreadsheet. That means Excel file. So here I have a few files. If you come into files directory, here I have 4 Excel files, and now I am going to show you various methods how you can read. So the first method, you can double click on this file. Once you double click on this file, it will open into MATLAB. And once it opens into MATLAB, then you can import this file. So here you will be having options, whether you can generate a script, or you can generate a function, or you can just import it. Just import it, and you need to cancel that. Now into a file 01, you will see here it has imported that file. And if you open this file outside of the MATLAB, then you will see here into first column it has written file 01, into second column it is written email01@email.com, and if you see here the same thing we are getting, right? So as we had written into our previous example, how we can read multiple files, right? How we can read multiple files, we are going to show that example here once again. Suppose that if you want to read all these files together, let me close this file first. Suppose that you want to read all these files, then how would you read? So it's simple. You need to just write here number of files is 4, and then range of these files is only 1 to 2. That's mean this is A1 and this one is B1. Okay, so the range is equal to, it is from A1 to B1, right? However, it could be more in your case. And after that, there is only one seat in this, so the number of seat is only 1. And then I'm going to create here data empty cell. Sorry, so the cell is going to be 1 cross number of files, that is 4, right? So we are going to here write a for loop. So in a for loop, it's a file num, let's make it k, right? So k is equal to 0 to num files, and then we are going to get file name, and file name can be get with sprintf, with the command of sprintf. So here the first file name is file 0, so it's a file 0. Then we are going to use here %d, right? So we are going to use here %d, and then we are going to use here xlsx, right? So it is xlsx, and then we are going to pass here total file number, right? So that is k. Okay, great. Now we are going to store this into data. So at the kth location, into kth cell, actually into kth cell, and then we are going to write here import file. Earlier we have been using import data. Now here we have our file name, and then we have seat, and then we have range for which we want to read this, and then finally end. So once we write here end, it says that undefined functions are variable import file. Oh sorry, this is import data actually. So we need to once again go from here and this is import data, and just end. Import data is unable to open this file. So let's see why this is unable to open. So the first time this is gonna be 0 1. So let's print that. Okay, let's see and print that why this is happening. File name, data, and then end. So this says that, oh, this should start from 1 actually. That is the problem. Okay, so this should start from 1, and then we have this file name, then we have a data, then finally we have end. Now this will read all the files, this will read this file data into data. Now if we see this data, you will see into each cell it has for 0 1, right? Now let's print this data, but that will print only in the cell. So see here into the first cell, data 1, it has file 0 1 and email 0 1. To data 2 it has file 0 2 and email 0 2. Into data 3 here. So this is how you can read your XML file using import data command, right? Now I am going to show you how you can read XML file into MATLAB table, right? So there is a file, there is a default file, right? So you can see here which airline small dot xlsx. So once you type here which airline is small dot xlx, you should get this. No, this is not found. This should come with this one. What are wheres? Let me see how we can get it. This is not coming where. This is not coming with which. Let's see if it come with whose. No, this is not coming with whose. Anyway, so we have this file. This comes with by default with the MATLAB. Then what we are going to do, we are going to read this into a table. So you can just simply write here read table, and then we are going to give a name of the file, which is airline small underscore actually subset dot xlsx, right? It has a seat number 1996. That's been from 1996 data we are going to get. So here we had a problem actually. We need to write it with airline small underscore subset. Sorry, it should be actually, which. So once you type which airline small underscore subset dot xlsx, you will get that this is a default file is being provided by MATLAB, right? So suppose that here, if you see, we have read this data in the table into T. Now let's print this T. You will see here this T, it's actually T is very large, so you can see from here. So the table is here, right? Oops. So this table is here. So this is year wise, so 1996 year, and this shows that USA domestic airline flights between 1996 and 2008, and this information is organized into multiple worksheets, and each worksheet is represented by the year. So that's why we had selected worksheet of 1996 year. And Each year contains multiple columns such as year and the month of that year, days of that month, and then days of week, and then other informations, right? How many times it took from where to where. Now we are going to read some information into a table. So suppose that if you want to read if you want to read it into 10 by 10 table, then you can specify it here from here into range parameter. So let's type here range parameter. So in the range parameter we can write here a1. So it will start from a1 starts from here, and then it will go from a1 to c11. c11 means it will go up to here, and up to this 10th line, right? So it will read up to this flight number. Let's print this and we will get here. See here, this is 10 by 10. Sorry, this is not 10 by 10 matrix, this is 10 by 3 matrix actually, right? So why 10 by 3 matrix? This is C1, okay, C11, so A, B and the C, so it comes up to this, right? So as you can see here, days of month, that is 7, so it has read from here to here, of course. Here oh, of course the T has changed to this new data, right? So this is all about how you can read this file, and moreover, after that I'll show you few more examples. Suppose that if you want to read this spreadsheet directly into some array, then you can do also that. Suppose that you can read this into num, and then you can write here XLSread. So once you type here XLSread, then you need to give the name in which array you want to read it. So let's give it here and just see. Now you will see here into num array. Let's see, where is num array? Num array is here. So in the num array, in the same way it has been read into num array as previously we had read into a table, right? And suppose that if you want to read some let's say only some variables, not all the table, then you can also specify that from here, right? Such as, let's say, suppose that if you want to read only year, then you can read that year also. You need to only specify that what you want to read. Now sorry, it's not here. Here year, we have to give that year, so it's 1996 year actually, 1996. This says that worksheet 1996 is not found. Okay, now you can see into this num worksheet of 1996 has been read, right? So earlier it has from 1996 to 2008. In the similar way, you can read a temperature, climate temperature from XLSread, a default MATLAB file climate.xlsx, right? And then we are going to read from here temperature. So once you type that, you will see here it has a temperature. Okay, suppose that if you want to read a full file, then you can omit that information and then you can just print it, but it says that there is no temperature, it's empty, right, without that. In a similar way, you can read with the import data. So if you write here import data, and if you write here this and you will read that import data into temperature. So the structure data has been loaded into temperature variable, and you can get the temperature variable here, a structure. So the data is temperature only there, and the text data is this temperature, right? So the text data has time, temperature, and visibility. It has clear, clear, and the partially cloudy. And in the similar way, this temp data have here the data. So here is data, right? So this is all about how you can read your XML file. I have shown you various methods, and you can utilize these methods while reading your XML files. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe this channel. Bye bye. Have a nice day.